Got a lot of clouds outside right now. We did have some sunshine earlier today, but the cloud cover is not stopping the sun, not stopping the temperatures from this afternoon.
Sure.
I know, and I think we could see maybe a little bit more sun here later today. You can kind of just look at our view from space and looking at infrared as well. We've got that up because we're going to be watching for any hot spots in case we do get some fires. The fire threat is high today, even here in the metro, but it's extremely high in parts of western Oklahoma. You can see the clearing out in the Panhandle, so you can clearly see where that clearing is taking place. We've got the upper low to the north and west over Kansas and Colorado, so some cloud cover moving through, and that's going to make it hard to see any fires for the time being. But our storm trackers are headed out west, and they're monitoring very closely the situation out there, and so we will be doing that throughout the rest of the day today. So that is where that fire threat is extreme, but it is moderate to high here in the metro, not nearly as high though in far eastern Oklahoma, where we've actually gotten a little bit of rain over the past couple of months. But over the next couple of days, those conditions will improve a little bit. The fire threat will be going down a little bit tomorrow. The wind's still going to be up, but this time it's going to be out of the north. It's going to be a lot cooler. By Friday, we should have a light wind. As far as burn bans, don't see a lot of those right now, but we do have that over Texas and Cimarron County throughout the rest of the day today. It's just going to be warm and windy. It's pretty mild right now. We're already at 60 degrees. So our Norman regional camera, part of our Lucky Star Sky Chem network, we've got that south wind coming in at 11 miles an hour. Temperatures in the mid and upper 40s in the northwest, but we have upper 70s in south central Oklahoma, upper 50s and low 60s here in central Oklahoma with the southwest wind between about 10 to 20 miles an hour. You can see in the Panhandle, we have gusts as high as around 40 to 45. Relative humidity pretty low, and it's going to get even lower far out west here later today. So exactly that is where we're going to be watching that spot for any fires later today. And that is also where we have some wind advisories, some high wind warnings out in the Panhandle. But the cold front, it's going to take its time getting here. It's not going to move in until later tonight. Behind it, you're certainly going to notice that wind. So as we go throughout the afternoon, the wind's going to be picking up, especially out west. Gusts as high as around 40 to 45 at times. Later this evening and into tonight, here comes a cold front, probably making its way into the metro sometime between about 9 and 11 o'clock. So behind it, it's going to be a northwest wind between about 25 to as much as around 35 miles an hour in central Oklahoma. But we're still going to have some gusts as high as around 40 to 45 out west. During the day tomorrow, eventually, that one's going to come down a little bit. It's still going to be windy, but this time it's going to be out of the north, so it's going to be significantly cooler. So today we're shooting for a high of about 71 degrees in Oklahoma City, but low to mid 70s in the southwest. We still have a possibility of hitting those upper 50s and low 60s in the far north and northwest. And then overnight tonight, it's going to get pretty chilly. We're still going to go with more of a partly cloudy sky, dropping to about 35 degrees in Oklahoma City, but 32 in Ponca City, 32 in Alva, the upper 30s and low 40s across the far south. Now, for late this evening, there is just a slight chance of very light rain across the north and the far northeast. But eventually, as the cold front moves through, it's going to get a lot colder, and we're going to see that transition over to areas of very light snow. But just a slight chance in the north and northwest, a much higher chance in the far northeast. As far as accumulation, probably not going to see a whole lot, but where you do see around Bartersville, so far northeast Oklahoma, well north of Tulsa, we're talking maybe up to a half of an inch or so. So tomorrow afternoon, significantly cooler, but the normal's 49. So this is very seasonal. High of about 46 degrees in Oklahoma City, but 43 in Ponca City, the low to mid 50s across the far south by Friday. Temperature of 50. Again, this is very seasonal. The better thing, though, is we're going to have a lot less wind. It's generally going to be out of the north between about 5 to 10, but in western Oklahoma, it's going to be a little bit more breezy with the wind being out of the southeast. So that is where we're going to see temperatures climb into the low and even the upper 50s. As we get into the weekend, we're going to start to moderate those temperatures, mid 50s, low 60s. For MLK Day, we're going with a high of about 61 degrees with a slight chance of rain both Thursday and our Tuesday and into Wednesday. We'll be right back.